light include Tyler Oakley is a YouTube comedian. He has a video on his opinion of diversity, which kind of goes along with.
It is top notch. It is the shit. It tingles my jingles. It paints my wagon. It mows my lawn. It wets my whistle. It peels my banana. It makes me wet. When it's so obviously and blatantly forced, it makes me want to eat my own shit. 2 girls, 1 cup style. Not joking. Once somebody forces diversity, it's over. Take this flyer, for example. Do you see this group of people? Is this a NATO meeting? Is this diversity club? No. It's a birth control pamphlet. No, it's about everyone to identify with somebody on the cover. But there is no way in hell that this motley crew makes me feel welcome. Take homeboy on the top right here. Okay, do you see his smile? That is a smile of a profile. This makes me want to be abstinent, not a condom. Homegirls' eyebrows are a form of contraception all their own. I don't want to know shit about birth control facts. All of Brad and Angelina's kids on the fucking cover. Race has absolutely nothing to do with condoms and vaginal rings. The more attention we pay to being diverse, the further away we get from actually getting past our differences. Yes, diversity is good. Yes, we understand that the world has different kinds of people, but seriously, how politically correct do we have to get?
Yeah, that's all I need on the computer. The question we're supposed to answer is basically the work of these classes. Diversity classes are a good thing. We do have to worry about the issues, but too often, like with that pamphlet cover, we're focusing on the superficial things that don't make that much of a person's character or who they are. They're just the superficial differences, and miss the fact that this is an issue about humanity, not skin color or gender. Kind of to prove the point, forget that you've known me all semester. We're doing a little exercise here. What is your first impression? Why? And the suit? Let's see how quickly we can change that impression. Oh.
You really are imposing a lot on yourself.
This is why my roommates wanted this recorded.
Would you move over towards the center, please, so I can get a better shot? Thank you.
I just ruined those pants, I don't know. Now what's the first impression? Oh, yeah, and that scripture case? There's a toiletry case. What's the first impression now? Obviously the answer's changed, but why? All I've done was change clothes. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of diversity classes are teaching. Look at the skin color or the clothes, the gender. Let's try to see how each of these is different and how they're the same. Misses the fact that really it means nothing. That suit is easily taken off. Someone's skin color or gender can't be as easily changed, but it doesn't change the fact that that's just the outside. It has nothing to do with who they are. Some examples in the stories are kindred. The author never mentions until about page 50 or so that Kevin is white. So part of that is to kind of shock you, and part of it though is that his race doesn't matter. He's Dana's husband. For that matter, she never explicitly says Dana is black. She implies it a lot, but never says it till about page 25 and 30 for the same reason. It doesn't matter that she's black. She's Dana, she's saved this boy's life, she's a good person, something weird is happening to her. And Left-Handed Darkness is the same thing. By removing gender, they force us to look at who the person is, like Estevan and Jin Liai, where Jin Liai has to take a lot of time to get past not being able to just look at Estevan and say, okay, he's a man, this is what I expect, or she's a woman, this is what I expect. Had to actually learn who Estevan is, which ultimately is what we should be doing in these classes. So the course description has this sentence: diversity is the study of certain differences, race, ethnicity, social class, gender, ability, sexual orientation, age, religion, etc. And this course does look at that, but this course also, thanks mainly to the class discussions and the text, does a good job of going beyond that and break from that. They use the text but don't follow the definitions, don't follow the black-white master slave. Once again, going back to Dana, you could easily argue that Rufus was really Dana's slave because he depended on her to save his life. And the gender identities in Left Hand of Darkness, and even with the one that everyone sees today, I hadn't planned on bringing it up, but the baby were great. I've got the main character's name, but she is a slave to Herb, and Herb, but is she? Herb is just as much a slave to her, because without her, he has no show, he has no money. So these texts have done a good job of trying to break free of those classical definitions of black, white, Mexican American, rich, poor, male, female, gay, straight, and also I have to thank everyone in the class as well for being willing to make that leap along the